Who's that? Is that you? Is that you? Are we waiting for Daddy so we can go for a walk? Yes. Nice family walk. What do you think, Bugaboo?
Still very wet and muggy out here. I don't see no dead fish this time around. Out here there was dead fish in here.
Mm-hmm. Bright. She doesn't like it. Oh. Oh, zebra mussels. An invasive species was introduced into this waterway and is slowly trying to kill off all the population. Wonderful. We've had lunch. Ooh, it's bright. Got a few things to do today. Not too much. But we're gonna try and replace this light we like to swear at a lot. That is supposed to be a motion activated light. In order to light this up so that we can have light getting from the workshop to the house and back again. But it likes to selectively turn on. It's really annoying because out here when it's dark, it's really dark. So we have a new light. We're going to replace that one. Dan's finishing up a phone call in the house, and then after all that's done, it doesn't matter how dark it gets, we're going to go in the workshop and get the dust collection sorted out a little. We'll show you. Hi. You sit up now, don't ya? Okay.
Yeah, let me open the shop. I'll show you where the light switch is, and then you will go forever.
Okay. Apparently I don't need to find the breaker for this. Dan says this thing's on a light switch. So apparently that's what this controls. I thought he was talking about that one. Because that controls the light way up there.
Which I put a new bulb in there this week.
Oh, yeah?
Now you can actually see the light turn on.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We're updating our lights by the way. Is the bulb warm?
No, nothing's warm. Everything's cold.
I'll take them one at a time.
Yeah. Careful.
Yeah, you camera shy? Are you camera shy?
I had to strip more of the wires. It's only that much exposed. It's not easy to marret that. Hopefully. we won't have to walk back and forth from the workshop in the dark anymore. And that is the last of the things that are time sensitive. Now we just need to get stuff done in the shop. So, dust collection. And heat, because it's not warm out here anymore.
It's cold now.
Is it cold, Boogaboo?
She's nice and toasty.
Dan's just got to get a few things in the house so he can come out and help me in the room back there. And little one has decided that it's been a long day. Alright, so as soon as he comes back out, I think we're going to turn the radio back on. She sleeps better when there's a little bit of noise in the background. And that will hopefully kind of mitigate the noise we're going to be making now back here. We had to undo some brackets, move some things around. Jonathan was going to come out and help me with this. He's coming out on Sunday, but one, this is beginning to drive me nuts. I'll show you in a second. And two, Dan and I are perfectly capable of getting this part done, and that means when he comes out on Sunday, we can move on to the next parts. Hey look, Dan! So, I think I've said this before, but this pipe here is temporary. And it's also expensive, so we don't want to cut it if we don't have to. But it's too much tension to hold this onto here. So every single time I've had to use this tool this week, I've had to retape that joint back onto there. And that's getting a bit tedious. So now we have the fun task, taking this entire thing down, moving these brackets, and turning the machine kind of like that onto that wall. Really shouldn't have siliconed that in place before we did this. Oh well. Alright, so the next step is, this is a 5-inch outlet, but the Cyclone needs a 6-inch, which is where this piece comes in. It's not meant for dust collection, but it is a 5-inch or 6-inch outlet. It'll do the trick. So basically, make that go there. So that needs to be bigger, which is partly why it probably would have been a smart idea to do it before we silicone this in place. But apparently silicone's holding, because it's supporting it right now. Okay, so as I just explained, I had to cut this off, but Dan and I just realized something. One, okay, I don't think you see this, but there is a propeller in there, and if I actually cut into this, I'm going to start notching into these propellers, and I don't want to do that. So that's a 5-inch, that's a 6-inch. If you center this, you're not actually gaining that much by actually cutting into this piece, versus what we're going to do, which is basically just cut this right off, attach this on, and then there'll be, you can kind of see that, like, it's maybe a 1/4 inch all the way around. Not enough for me to warrant cutting into this. And now is the super fun part. Now that we just have to cut that off, it makes it a little bit easier. Are you having fun up there?
I'm hanging the light.
He's dancing around here. Yeah, so cutting metal is really loud. And currently, our little one is sleeping in the workshop on the other side of this wall. So either she has to leave, which she's not going to because she just fell asleep, or this has to leave. When we get what I need to, we're going to drag this outside, shut the door, cut it, bring it back in, and put it up.
If you're wearing headphones, we apologize.
I'll make sure to cut the volume a little bit. That's been cut. Now we just have to trying to figure out how to get this into there and shoved up into the rafters as high as we can. On that wall it wasn't too bad. I could just measure, make sure that there was plenty of clearance, and then I attached the brackets, put the thing up, we're good. But in order to get it into this corner as high up as we possibly can, to put as much clearance as we can underneath it, and thus underneath the cyclone, we kind of need to almost hold it in place. So I think, yeah, grab the ladder from there. I think if we put it on top of the ladder, we'll be close.
So yeah, comments are probably gonna be like, you should have just took it down with a shirt and that.
I don't really care. Well, this also allows us to like put the brackets exactly where we need them. That's the other thing, is I don't know exactly where I need these brackets to be attached.
We're not looking to do it the quickest way, we're trying to do it the fun way.
I don't know, I think this is pretty smart. I mean, it looks a little sketchy, but...
Yeah, once the pressure pushes down on the palm, the palm becomes stable. That's my
Sounds sketchy at all. Here, take the stuff off the shelves. Just put it down at the bottom. Since my little shelves for this wall seem to be the perfect thing to use at the moment. And we're almost there.
This is exactly how the Egyptians built the pyramids. They just kept lifting the top blocks by adding blocks on the bottom.
Yeah, that's totally how this
Problem solved. Mystery solved.
Let's just lift the entire pyramid and put one block underneath it. It's kind of ridiculous, but it works. It's all the way up into the rafters. We can still use the handle to use paddles on the inside. And yeah, that's why Dan's holding it until I put the brackets in.
Custom floor jacks.
It works. It works. Now I just need to put my shelves back together that I just spent so much time making all nice and labeling them. Luckily they're labeled so I know where they go. It's just a smidgen too big. And so now just kind of wiggle this down. Nice and snug. And then I'll tape that joint and obviously tape these. And I think I'm going to tape the inside of this. Inside, now create this little ridge because this piece is fitting inside that. So I'm going to put tape all along that seam, and then that'll smooth that out, and the air will be able to pass right past that without getting caught on anything. Clear. You know what? I think it is. I think that's going to clear just fine. It's a little off center. Yeah, no, it's a little more off center than I want. Okay. I think what we're going to have to do, I'll get you to hold this. We'll move this over just a smidge or two. So it's all taped up, but I'm putting the screws in as well just to make sure, just in case it has any sort of weight on it. I'll put some more tape on these. The screws on the inside are fine. I don't have to worry about that. This has a sticky foam attached to it. I don't entirely know what this is supposed to be used for in the HVAC system, but it works just like this. Now you can get it in place and then put some screws in it if Dan holds the bottom. We are making progress. That is now attached. We did try to put screws in to screw the flange to the bottom of that, but apparently the impellers, the fins inside, are super tight to the bottom of the machine. So we suspected that, turned it on for a split second, heard it trying to kill itself, turned it off and took the screws out. So it currently is, I mean, the foam tape is holding it there. We've also put the foil tape on there. And at the moment now, I'm just trying to connect the ductwork. So that's attached. And then the intake, we're just trying to connect it through to the two Ys. We have to push that back together and tape it. And that needs to be taped. But right now, I just need a piece to go here. And then I can tape the living daylights out of all this. And I can use that strap to pull it tight to the wall. Which is exactly what I'm doing right here. Probably should have drilled over here, but I don't actually need the full 5 inches that I marked out, so I just need to get in here and cut this. Okay, so for people who don't know, those ones cut straight. These ones cut to the left. And these ones cut to the right. Kind of see the bottom pieces are offset. This one's curved. And this one's straight. That's what I meant by having multiple angles. I still hate doing this. Because inevitably I still end up with the wrong one. Nice.
I got a feeling there's a trick to this there.
There is, and I've never figured it out. We made a mess. Got the top of the temporary box put back. In here, all of those seams all the way down to the bottom of the Y are all taped. Somebody finally woke up, so it's time to go inside. Yes, you. But overall, I'm very happy. You can kind of see there's a lot more space back here, which is nice. So eventually I will put the 50-gallon drum that was the collecting unit for the old system. I'm going to cut it down to fit underneath where the cyclone is, make sure there's wheels on it, and then that will be, we'll have to make a top that will clamp down to it. But that's basically it. That's what we're doing. Are you done? Are you ready to go? Wow. Your hat is crooked, Bugaboo.
That's how she woke up. That's how she woke
That's
up.
an ear, not a horn.
Bugaboo. We'll fix that later.
Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Well, that is much, much better. Well, that works better. We can actually see where we're going coming out of the workshop.
Yeah.
And we had to wait for this, because before we were at least here before the light even turned on.
We can see the shed really good now.
Yeah, garden's lit up. And it's not too bright, so, oh, your workshop's still open.
Oh, yeah, I gotta close all that up.
See you guys later.